Daddy, what did you do after Charlie died?
I got a bunch of evil freaks fired from their jobs.
Fun legend.
As you know, I worked with Charlie Kirk at Turning Point USA for the better part of a decade. And one of the major frustrations for Charlie was that his activists on campus were regularly harassed and assaulted by the left, and law enforcement never did anything. We would rail about it, we would post the videos, and nothing would ever happen. No charges, everyone just let off scot-free. They'd flip tables, they'd throw water bottles or other chemicals, they'd attack and assault, and nothing would ever happen. The left is feral animals, and this is how they respond to even Charlie Kirk's death. Doesn't change anything. There are videos and accounts across the internet, like this one right here from Texas Tech, when a young man was holding up a sign in honor of Charlie Kirk, goes and runs around and says, "F y'all, yo homie, dead."
Yeah, saying this. So, evil is real, people, and it kind of looks like that. Yeah. Evil. Evil.
So, in a different timeline, this individual, nothing would have happened. But we're not living in a different timeline anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, this Texas Tech student who mocked Charlie Kirk's death has not only been expelled from the university, but also was arrested and has been put on blast by the governor of Texas, saying this is what happened to the person who was mocking Charlie Kirk's assassination in Texas. Definitely picked the wrong school to taunt the death of Charlie Kirk at Texas Tech, saying the behavior of that denigrates victims of violence is reprehensible. No place on our campus, doesn't align with our values. Federal law prevents Texas Tech University from commenting on individual student conduct matters. We take all reported violations very seriously. Now she's getting expelled and arrested and charged. Effing your life up for clout. Here's her mugshot. Effing idiot. She thought, just like the left has thought for a very long time, that they could just F around and nothing would happen. But something remarkable is going on right now. Libs who are behaving like degenerate animals, like this piece of garbage that desecrated the Charlie Kirk Memorial in Arizona outside of Turning Point USA headquarters, has been arrested and has been hit with a huge number of charges criminally. The 19-year-old man, Ryan Corral, who trashed the Charlie Kirk Memorial outside of Turning Point headquarters, who also was wearing the exact same shirt as the gunman, faces multiple charges. Phoenix police later confirmed Corral's arrest, stating that he will face multiple charges, including criminal damage and disorderly conduct. He'll be booked on multiple charges, including this, the department said in a statement, noting that the booking number would be released once the process was complete. Well, look at that. He now faces multiple charges. The desecration of the memorial. 19-year-old, really tough. Look at what these people post. N-word was worried about DEI, and now he died instead. What a sick thing to post, except for, oh, yeah, got it. It was a Clemson University professor of global black studies. Really? Really? How is that even a thing exactly? I'm not sure. The South needs to really think through culture down here. Very disturbed by the repugnant behavior of Clemson University professor, says GOP congressman. Sick, what kind of depraved person would do this? Our tax dollars should not pay him another dime. Clemson University has a lot of problems. Students are noticing that not only are students, but also professors are attacking Charlie Kirk, so much so that Donald Trump posted about it, Clemson faculty is inciting violence against conservatives. It's time for a special session to end this. Defund Clemson. And now, what do we get? President Trump made veiled threat about the government funding. Clemson University announces they have terminated an employee for celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination. 2 teachers have been suspended pending further investigation. They will be fired. We'll make sure of it. People are actually losing their jobs, getting fired, having their careers destroyed, getting expelled. We've never seen anything like this. Clemson releasing this report after being notified Friday to stay out of the classroom. 2 faculty members now have been removed from their teaching duties pending an investigation. Clemson today terminated an employee due to their social media posts. These are personnel matters, and Clemson University is potentially going to be getting their federal funding cut. What about Office Depot? These employees at Office Depot refused to print Charlie Kirk flyers.
To print a poster for a vigil tonight?
Yeah, so
for somebody that passed? It's not
it's propaganda. I'm sorry. We don't put that here.
Alrighty. So,
we don't print propaganda, says the Office Depot workers. By the way, yeah, Office Depot. Work on your hiring here. Nice. And they will be working on their hiring because they've been fired. Look at that. We're deeply concerned about the incident that in Portage, Michigan. The behavior displayed by our associate is completely unacceptable, insensitive, violates company policies, does not reflect the value we hold at Office Depot. We sincerely apologize to the customer. Upon learning of the incident, we immediately reached out to the customer to address the concern, fulfill their order, and launch an immediate internal review, and we've terminated the employees. Committed to reinforcing this training. Libs across the media, thousands of them are finding out.
I got fired! I got me fired on my job! I woke up and told myself the shit from the Charlie Kirk shit from yesterday. What the fuck? I gotta pay my rent! What the fuck? Y'all told y'all was gonna not give me fired when y'all did.
You know, it's really interesting what happens when you finally hit the point that you always were going to hit with these little goblins. They were always going to find the breaking point where culture was done with their shit. They were finished with their degenerate behavior. And now reports of thousands and thousands of libs being fired from their jobs are flooding the internet. Here are just some of them. Office Depot staffers fired. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bob Villain's U.S. visa, mocked Charlie Kirk's death on stage in a disgusting clip. Venue cancels Bob Villain show, saying that saying new anti-Zionist Charlie Kirk comments go too far. So he's having his shows canceled.
This next one to an absolute piece of shit of a human being. The pronouns was, were. Because if you chat shit, you will get banned.
Got it. So that then there's more threats for violence. This piece of garbage should never be allowed to play a show again. This was in an Amsterdam gig. And now, you talk real tough, and now he's walking it back, right? He denied the characterization of his comments were celebratory. Really? If you talk shit, you will get banged. If you talk shit, you will get killed. And then he says to rest in, he tells Charlie Kirk to rest in piss. Really? Record label, I mean, we're going to start on this. Record label needs to be called, every single venue that he plays needs to be called. Marco Rubio just ripped away his visa, so he's not allowed to enter the United States of America. That's a good start. Every country on earth should do that. Columnists from the Washington Post are being fired over white men post after Charlie Kirk murder. Columnist and communist Karen Attiah fired. Prominent opinion columnist editor Karen Attiah has been fired from the Washington Post over a series of posts she wrote following the murder of Charlie Kirk. She was sacked last week after unacceptable social media posts in the wake of the conservative assassination. One read, part of what keeps America so violent is an insistence that people perform care, empty goodness, and absolution for white men who espouse hatred and violence. Got it. She also then lied about Charlie Kirk and misquoted him multiple times in the paper. Don't worry. She's here to send you to her Substack. You can see here there are multiple posts that show that she's maliciously misquoting Charlie Kirk. What she claims to be a direct quote is not remotely close to being true. Washington Post has fired race hustler Karen Attiah, refusing to tear my clothes and smear ashes on my face. Performative mourning for a white man who espoused violence. It's not the same as violence. Well, okay, that's fine. Enjoy paying your rent. Bloodthirsty trans author mocks Charlie Kirk after she was fired from prestigious publisher for joking about his murder. Well, would you look at that? Okay. Got it. Great. Breaking, DC has just canceled author Gretchen Felker Martin's new Red Hood issue after posting insensitive comments about Charlie Kirk. Another to make famous, Gretchen Felker Martin, the fat, ugly, lunatic law loser, DC official, and Warner Brothers put in charge of writing the current Batman comics. That pink slip was okay after it pierced through Gretchen Felker Martin's career. Surgeon who cheered Charlie Kirk's murder ousted from his job. Nurse who exposed him has been reinstated. Good. Let's name and shame. New Jersey surgeon who said Charlie Kirk had it coming has resigned, and the nurse suspended for calling him has been reinstated. Lexi Krinzel, 33-year-old healthcare worker in Englewood Health, said that General Surgeon Matthew Jung proclaimed, "I hate Charlie Kirk. He had it coming. He deserved it." F around and find out, dude. New Jersey surgeon who cheered Charlie Kirk's murder resigns. Suspended nurse is reinstated. Good for you. Way to go. Nurse, obviously a fan of Donald Trump as well. New Jersey. Secret Service agent on leave over Charlie Kirk racial slur. Secret Service can't even... It's always on leave at the Secret Service. They never fire anyone there. Doesn't matter what happens. President Trump was shot in the head. Did anyone even get fired? Joe Burrow charity fires board member over vile post celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder. Marine fired over mocking Charlie Kirk killing, as Pete Hegseth says Pentagon putting military members on notice. Good. Employee at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta fired for inappropriate comments over Charlie Kirk's killing. The man behind the Red Hood comics, Las Vegas, thrown all the copies away. Yes, we've covered that. This is a good start, says Harmeet Dillon in charge of civil rights. I'll be interested to see what happens next. Who the teachers are who are unfit to teach. The reports are true. Federal funding for higher education is a privilege, not a right. The government is not obliged to fund vile garbage with our tax dollars. MSNBC, of course, has fired their analysts, Matthew Dowd, for unacceptable Charlie Kirk comments. And many, many more workers. Britt Brown has been fired from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission for celebrating Charlie Kirk death. Goodness. The monster at WDEF News 12 has been fired. Another win. Every single one of the evil people. Unemployment line getting longer every hour. Carolina Panthers fire communications coordinator Charlie Rock for insensitive social media posts about Charlie Kirk assassination. Yeah, got it. Yep. Save some chicks for the rest of us, dude. Hope it was worth it. Really. Yeah, hope it was worth it. These chodes. It's a beautiful thing because for the first time in the lifetime of people like this, right? Maybe he's 30 years old. For the first time in their lifetime, there's actual accountability, which is something, again, that Charlie had been railing about for years. I was on the receiving end of many of those phone calls as we tried to have some accountability for these violent leftists that were attacking students on campus. Charlie Kirk, now the single most famous example of a attack of a conservative on campus that was there peacefully to just exchange, debate, and ideas. These people are trying to spit on and dance on his grave. They want him and others like him dead. They've shown themselves to be the evil demonic goblins that they truly are. And now polite society and the rest of America is saying, no, we want no part in you. We want no part in your demonic, sick cult. God bless. What a legacy. It's finally happening, Charlie. It's finally happening. The F round happened, and now the finding out has happened. It's a beautiful thing to see. I miss you, brother.